Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Okay, there it is. We've been waiting for this Arctic front to come in. 35 degrees, and it's just going to get colder. My body is sore, Sarah Spivey, from just getting the yard ready, getting the house ready. Sarah's going to let us know what to expect, and she said the ice situation may not be that horrible. You don't think it's going to be an impact?
Well, I think there will be some minor impacts to bridges and overpasses
but not
tomorrow.
what I think we have such trauma from 2021 where we hear ice and we're just like,
honestly, it's true. And even last year we had that big ice storm that broke a lot of branches of trees in the hill country, even caused some to be without power. I think what we'll be having overnight and tomorrow morning is that thin glaze of ice on bridges and overpasses. Something to watch out for, but nothing majorly disruptive. It is 34 cold degrees outside right now. That front has moved through. Winds are from the north of 15 miles per hour. It feels like it's in the mid-20s, feels like it's 25 degrees. Let's take a look at temperatures. Front has yet to really move through Cotulla and Laredo and Corpus Christi in a big way. It's still in the 50s down in Corpus Christi, but the front has moved through San Antonio. It's already 28 degrees in Kerrville, 28 in Austin, 25 in Rock Springs. You're ready to see the temperatures across Texas? Take a look at this. It's 1 degree in Amarillo. It's 15 in Dallas, 11 in Abilene, and 13 degrees in Midland, Odessa. So very cold air continuing to move in throughout the day today. There's where that front is. Everybody across Texas going to be sitting on ice here. Here's what you got to expect over the next 3 days. Let's go ahead and take our time with this graphic. Today, the high will be 36, but winds are going to make it feel like it's in the 20s all day. Tomorrow morning, a hard freeze, 25 degrees. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, there will be some freezing drizzle, some freezing light rain, creating an icy glaze on elevated surfaces like bridges and overpasses. So as far as impacts go, that's going to be the greatest impact. If you have to travel tomorrow, you'll want to be very careful on bridges and overpasses. Highs tomorrow struggling to get above freezing. We may likely stay below freezing all day tomorrow in spots, especially in the hill country. Wind chills during the march going to be in the teens for the holiday. If you are going to the march, please bundle up. By Tuesday morning, another hard freeze near 21 degrees, a wind chill less than 10 in the single digits on Tuesday morning. We'll have some sun on Tuesday, a high barely above freezing at 35, but then another hard freeze Wednesday morning with temperatures in the teens. Coming up in the forecast, I'm going to show you which areas in our viewing area have the best chance for that icy glaze. We're also going to show you in depth a neighborhood view of how cold those wind chills will be, particularly on Tuesday, and where across Texas is traveling going to be the most difficult. That forecast coming up.
Sarah, thank you. Something we will be keeping an eye on during this freeze, like Sarah just mentioned, is our bridges. If slick spots happen to develop tomorrow morning, it's best to know what to do. So AAA recommends avoiding bridges and overpasses if possible, as these areas tend to ice quicker than other parts of the highway, and sometimes ice can be hard to see until it's too late.
If you do hit a slick spot, don't freak out. Don't slam on the brakes. Just try to steer and look in the direction you want your vehicle to go.
So AAA also recommends having an emergency roadside kit in case of an emergency. Some items for that kit to include extra gloves, layers in case you need to be outside in the elements, waiting for help, a flashlight and batteries, jumper cables if your car needs some restarting. TxDOT and Bexar County Public Works are also preparing just in case the roads get icy this week. TxDOT made sure its brine trucks are ready to help defrost any icy roads. Bexar County Public Works says it's also tracking the weather. A spokesperson for the county tells us trucks and equipment are prepared to pre-treat bridges and other structures for ice in the county. Well, they were brutally killed inside and outside their apartment. Next week, a man charged in the capital murder will be heading to trial. Gilson Aviad Rodriguez is charged for allegedly killing 2 people back in 2018. Erica Hernandez shows us the case.
It was was a horrific crime scene that police came across on September 30th, 2018. 21-year-old Julia Wright was found in a pool of blood, dead outside an apartment in the 8600 block of Fairhaven Street. Inside a nearby apartment, 23-year-old Nicholas Milanovich, who also went by Trey, was found in a pool of blood, but he was still alive. He would later die from his injuries. Both had been fatally shot. Days after the shooting, Trey's parents telling KSAT they were devastated and searching for answers.
We haven't slept. We're in shock. We don't have words.
Police didn't have much as far as a suspect in the case at first, but that all changed in November when an anonymous source told them they believed a man named Gilson Avila Rodriguez was the person who committed the crime. According to the affidavit, police were led to Avila Rodriguez's girlfriend's apartment. In two separate searches, they found 9mm ammunition, the same type at the crime scene, as well as a medicine lockbox that belonged to Wright. Police now believe they had their suspect, but it would be more than a year later before Gilson Avila Rodriguez was arrested. Avila Rodriguez, a Honduran national, was actually found being detained at a federal immigration detention facility in Pearsall after allegedly being involved in an unrelated robbery case. When interviewed by police, Avila Rodriguez is said to have confessed. Both the state and defense have tried to reach a plea deal, but nothing has ever been agreed upon. The months leading up to trial, Avila Rodriguez's attorney tried to suppress his alleged confession from being entered as evidence, but Judge Mesa denied the motion. Now we are set for trial. Opening statements are set to begin on Tuesday, January 16th. KSAT will be live streaming this trial. You can watch live on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or on KSAT's YouTube channel.
This is a non-death capital murder case, which means that the death penalty is not on the table. So if Avila Rodriguez is found guilty, he would automatically be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News. The Republican presidential hopefuls making their final pitch to voters, but severe weather has forced the candidates to cancel some of the in-person events on this crucial weekend before the Iowa caucuses. ABC's M. Nguyen explains the concerns about how the weather could hurt voter turnout Monday evening.
Heavy snow, high winds, and dangerously cold temperatures continue to plague the Hawkeye State as voters weigh whether to show up for Monday's caucuses.
The nation watches how we respond with our caucus votes, and I think it's important for everyone to go out and do their part to support their candidate and whoever that may be.
So with the weather outside, do you think it's going to deter you at all from going on Monday?
No, I'm going to go. I've thought about not going, but I'm going to go.
After canceling in-person events Friday, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley was back on the campaign trail Saturday.
That decision's going to set the tone for the rest of the country.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis betting big on Iowa, visiting all 99 counties since he began his campaign.
We are going to fight because we are going to turn this country around. I'm running for your issues, your family's issues, and solely to turn this country around.
The Trump campaign canceled 3 in-person rallies this weekend, instead addressing his supporters virtually.
They're saying the Trump voter has so much more spirit, dedication, they say they'll walk over it less, that the Trump voter's coming to vote.
A Saturday night poll of caucus goers shows that Donald Trump leads the Republican primary pack with nearly 50% of the vote. Nikki Haley in second with 20% and Ron DeSantis in third with 16%.
If DeSantis, gets a lot of steam here, and then, he's been doing a lot of, campaigning. So if he gets a lot of steam, that could help him, later on.
With sub-zero temperatures expected tomorrow, it's likely going to be the coldest Iowa caucus night. According to the National Weather Service, the previous record was set in 2004 when temperatures did not get any higher than 16 degrees. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
2 U.S. Navy SEALs are missing after conducting a boarding mission Thursday night off the coast of Somalia. U.S. officials say the SEALs were climbing up a vessel when one got knocked off by high waves. Following protocol, the second SEAL jumped in after them. As of this morning, there has been no update. A search and rescue mission is underway. A closed-door briefing Friday on the existence of unidentified flying objects left some lawmakers with more questions than answers. The briefing comes on the heels of multiple claims by a former intelligence official who says the government is hiding the existence of extraterrestrial beings. The Pentagon has denied those claims. Not a lot is known about Friday's briefing, but officials say some lawmakers left with more questions about UFOs. Officials say more meetings like these are expected in the future. And on Friday, NASA and Lockheed Martin unveiled the space agency's X-59 quiet supersonic aircraft. It's an experimental plane that NASA wants to use for its Quest mission. Quest will provide data to help regulators reconsider rules against commercial supersonic flight over land. The goal is to get closer to a new generation of commercial aircraft that can travel faster than the speed of sound. The X-59 is set to take off for the first time later this year. It's 6:10 and 35 degrees, and Sarah Spivey says it's only going to get colder out. Let's take a look outside with live cam. I hope you made all of your home preparations today because you really don't want to be out early this morning, and we're probably going to hit freezing temps later this morning. Sarah Spivey says we're probably not even going to get out of freezing temps all day tomorrow. She's going to have that forecast when we come back.
During freezing temperatures, KSAT can't be everywhere. So if you see something, snap and share it to KSAT Connect. Help us tell the story. You might just make it on air. Snap and share with KSAT Connect.
Sarah.
Cold.
It's cold.
Only so many ways you can say cold, but it is going to be cold even for our standards here in San Antonio. Temperatures are going to get down into the low 20s, wind chills in the single digits at times over the next several days. So yeah, it's cold. Let's go ahead and take a look at those temperatures right now. It's below freezing in Bernie, below freezing in Bulverde, below freezing in Kerrville and Comfort, and it's about to be below freezing here in San Antonio. It's 34 degrees right now in the Alamo City, 38 Rio Medina, 40 in Hondo. That Arctic cold front has moved through. Take a look at these temperatures across Texas. I mean, 15 degrees in Dallas, 1 lonely degree in Amarillo, 8 in Lubbock. It gets even more dramatic when you factor in the wind, and here's a look at the wind chills across the state of Texas. It feels like it's 24 here in San Antonio, feels like it's 16 degrees in Austin, feels like 0 in Dallas, feels like 10 below in Amarillo. And you ready for this? Here's a look at the nation. Feels like it is 42 below 0 in Bismarck and 29 below 0 in Minneapolis. Very cold air mass going to continue to send us shots of cold air throughout the day today, all the way through about Wednesday morning. Here's a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. I've added the wind chill here at the top. Temperatures are likely going to get above freezing by noon. We'll be at about 34 degrees around noon, but it's still going to feel like it's in the 20s all day with those northeast winds. 36 degrees for the high temperature today in San Antonio. That is it. It's still going to feel like it's in the 20s, though, whenever we see the temperatures reach their peak at 3 or 4 o'clock. Then as we head into the evening, even colder. Cold air going to settle in. By 9 p.m. tonight, as temperatures dip below freezing, we will have the potential for some patchy freezing drizzle. That will really start to pick up in the overnight hours. We're really only looking at patchy drizzle, patchy light rain, but it will likely freeze on contact of some of those elevated surfaces. So this is a look at about 4 o'clock in the morning, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. That's going to be the case for folks east of San Antonio too. Early tomorrow morning around 9 o'clock, still seeing some areas of patchy light freezing rain, and especially off east of San Antonio. By about lunch, all of the precipitation should be done. It is still going to be cloudy. It is still going to be cold. In fact, temperatures are likely going to barely be above freezing in San Antonio. 33 degrees is our forecast high. It could stay below freezing for more than 48 hours for areas like Bernie, New Braunfels, Seguin, Gonzales, Kerrville, up toward Austin as well. Now, what about impacts? Impacts, I believe, will be very minor. You can see we've got our winter weather impacts scale here, we're at the bottom of the scale. Only minor impacts possible for areas from Rock Springs and Uvalde off towards San Antonio, out toward Gonzales, up in the hill country. What do I mean by minor impacts? Bridges and overpasses. Any elevated surfaces would have that very thin glaze of ice. Still could cause some issues on the roads, so please be very careful if you have to be out and about Monday morning. If you live out in Del Rio, Eagle Pass, you don't got to worry about the potential icy impacts. Across the state of Texas, the biggest winter weather impacts are going to be for areas like Tyler, out toward Louisiana, closer to Shreveport. So that's where we have winter storm warnings in effect, winter weather advisories from Dallas all the way here to San Antonio, down to Laredo and out toward Houston. Winter weather advisory in effect for that light glaze of ice through about noon on Monday. Something we don't always see here in San Antonio is a wind chill advisory. And we do have a wind chill advisory for most of South Central Texas. This is because by Tuesday morning, when our temperatures are near 20 degrees, we are going to have a wind chill even colder. So this is a look at Tuesday morning. Kids should be going back to school because, again, we don't anticipate any ice. So please bundle up your kids, because with temperatures in the teens and 20s, wind chill values will likely be in the single digits on Tuesday morning, even potentially below zero up toward Bernie and the hill country. So very cold on Tuesday morning. Here's a look at that forecast. Again, 25 degrees early tomorrow morning. If you're planning on going to the march tomorrow morning, a light icy glaze is possible. Wind chills in the teens for the march, high of only 33. Tuesday morning, 21 to 35. Wednesday morning, 19, but not as much of a wind. Finally well above freezing on Wednesday afternoon. We'll be back in the 60s on Thursday with another cold air mass moving in by the weekend, but not nearly as cold as what we're dealing with. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Welcome back. They're hidden in the foods we eat. Plastic chemicals. According to a new testing by Consumer Reports, you can find them in cereal, yogurt, meats, fast food, and more. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz has the worst offenders and some small steps you can take to minimize the chemicals you eat.
Take a trip to the grocery store or hit the fast food drive-thru. Packaged produce, meat, canned foods, fast food, you name it, it probably contains some form of a chemical used to make plastic.
We tested a wide variety of packaged foods, 85 to be exact.
Consumer Reports tested foods like canned fruit, canned fish, baby food, fast food, burgers, and a lot more.
We were looking primarily for chemicals called phthalates, as well as bisphenols such as BPA, and we found them at levels that our scientists say are not okay.
Why does it matter? Even at low levels, studies suggest these chemicals can contribute to an increased risk of diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers. Eliminating these chemicals from food is hard, if not impossible.
The problem is it's not just about avoiding food that is wrapped in plastic. There are so many ways these chemicals can get into our food.
Like conveyor belts, food handling gloves, even contaminated water and soil.
Still, there are some things you can do to try to minimize your exposure. First of all, don't store your leftovers in plastic containers that aren't toxin-free.
And if you do use them, don't put them in the microwave. Heat can increase chemical leaching into your food. Watch the fast foods. Those had some of the highest levels of plasticizers like phthalates in the tests.
One reason fast foods may have such high levels is that they're often prepared by people wearing vinyl gloves, which are known to be extremely high in these chemicals.
Try to eat fresh foods. Stick with wood, stainless steel, and silicone tools. And that plastic water bottle, swap it for glass or steel. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
624 and 34 degrees. 2024's Dream Week underway with hundreds of events happening around San Antonio. After the break, we'll hear from the founder about why the events are so important.
It's all about creating an environment where every single person is considered a genius.
Shokare Nakpodia was inspired to create Dream Week more than a decade ago after attending San Antonio's annual MLK March.
And we decided to maybe think about a way to extend that feeling of community that the march represents.
Nakpodia says San Antonio has responded so well to Dream Week that every year new events are created.
We call it the largest community curated event of its kind in the nation, possibly the world.
Dream Week events are not just for adults, but also aim to inspire the next generation to find their voice.
We want to make sure that we do not dismiss the possibility of having a new MLK in a 12-year-old child on the South Side. We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to share their voices. If you want to experience something that you would never experience anywhere else, you need to come to Dream Week. If you want to find yourself, find your voice, be part of the community, really feel alive within a community, even if it's only for this brief duration you're here to visit, come to Dream Week.
For more information on the hundreds of events happening this year, go to KSAT.com. Mason Hickok, KSAT 12 News.
Good morning. It is January 14th. It's 6:30 on this chilly Sunday morning. Sarah, it's probably going to get colder throughout the morning?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It'll get colder by a few degrees. We'll briefly get above freezing today, but then definitely colder tomorrow. And on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, temperatures could temporarily get into the teens. So
can't wait.
I know we're in for a bit of winter here in San Antonio, Texas. Take a look outside right now. Overnight, the front moves through. This is a look at temperatures. It's 34 at the airport. We're going to dip below freezing here within the next couple of hours. 30 in Bandera, 30 in Bernie, it's 27 in Comfort and 28 in Kerrville, 31 in Canyon Lake and 29 in Bulverde. But the thing too is we're dealing with a stout wind from the north. So this is a look at the wind chill values. It feels like it's in the 20s in San Antonio. It feels like it's 24 degrees in San Antonio. It feels like it's 19 in Kerrville, 18 in Los Maples, and it feels like 22 in New Braunfels. Here's the Arctic air timeline for you. We're going to go more in depth, of course, in the forecast coming up, but I want to give you a quick rundown. Today it's going to be much colder. It'll be in the 30s and it'll be breezy, so it'll feel like it's in the 20s all day long. Then late tonight and early tomorrow morning, freezing drizzle and light rain is likely. And now that would create an icy glaze, and now impacts would be fairly limited to the bridges and overpasses. So we're not looking at an ice storm that's going to break tree limbs and those kinds of things, but still could cause a nuisance, especially for the holiday tomorrow. We'll have that morning light glaze on the bridges and overpasses, and wind chills Monday morning for the March going to be in the teens. So please bundle up. Then finally, Tuesday and Wednesday morning, I do expect hard freezes, temperatures in the low 20s, upper teens. And on Tuesday morning, the wind chill will be even colder in the single digits and even below zero for some places in the hill country. So cold air mass sticking with us through at least Wednesday morning. More details on that thin icy glaze expected early tomorrow morning. And of course, when we will finally warm up, coming up in just a bit.
Sarah, thank you. Happening now, the main lanes of Loop 1604 and Interstate 10, as well as the interchange on the northwest side, are closed for the weekend due to ongoing construction. The closure includes I-10 from UTSA Boulevard to La Cantera Parkway and Loop 1604 from Vance Jackson to La Cantera Parkway. So TxDOT says the closure will end tomorrow at 5 a.m. We also have this map posted for you on KSAT.com. Department of Homeland Security has confirmed the deaths of 3 migrants near Shelby Park in Eagle Pass. A woman and 2 children drowned in the Rio Grande River near the park. Border Patrol officials say the group of 6 migrants were attempting to cross the river when the drownings happened. Border Patrol personnel were forced out of the park earlier this week under the order of Governor Greg Abbott. Abbott saying he wants to make it clear that Texas will be a tough place to enter illegally. DHS says during this deadly incident, Texas officials physically barred Border Patrol agents from entering to respond. They call the situation dangerous and say the state of Texas should stop interfering with federal enforcement of U.S. law. And tragedy at the border is something the Eagle Pass Fire Department is all too familiar with. It's what the chief calls a number of calls to help migrants continue to spike. He tells our Daniela Ibarra more needs to be done to give relief.
Eagle Pass has seen wave after wave of migrants. It's been hard for Fire Chief Manuel Mello's department to stay afloat.
2 weeks ago, we had to implement our policy where we do a treatment, no transport.
Since last spring, Mello says the migrant surges have only gotten worse.
We're doing up to 50 calls a day. We usually, on a normal day, probably about 27, 30 calls a day. So an increase of about 20 calls, and all migrant related.
They had to get a 5th ambulance specifically to respond to calls along the border. Mello says the injuries he's seen on the men, women, and kids who cross over can be severe.
We went to the river's edge to pick up a patient. That patient had a broken femur. The person had been in an accident in Mexico and still crossed.
Some don't make it over.
We've had, up from January up to December 3rd, we had 43 drownings. 12 of those were minors 15 years and younger.
A humanitarian crisis in the city's backyard. Mello says the toll has become too much for even his toughest guys to bear.
One day out of the blue, he just said, I'm tired of going out there. I'm tired of seeing dead people. That really hits home.
While the state and feds clash over how to address the problem, Mello prepares for the next surge.
I'm hoping that it completely stops, but then again, history has told us that it's not so.
Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Daniela. And how clear the roads will be later tonight and into tomorrow is likely one of your top concerns, but officials are warning about the dangers of another type of accident. Our Avery Every looked into the increasing number of motor vehicle pedestrian accidents across San Antonio and what specialists are saying we can all do to change those stats.
A common sight in every corner of San Antonio. People crossing, even in places they're not supposed to.
That's when trouble can happen.
And then cars closely passing by.
And that's a shame. And we keep trending upward.
SAPD reports this problem to only be getting worse. We requested the data for these motor vehicle pedestrian accidents for 2022 and 2023. The total accidents in 2022 were 781, and that number jumped to 2023 with 841 total accidents. Now that's a 60 crash increase between the 1 year, and when you break it down month by month, in 2022, the highest month was October for those crashes. And in 2023, the highest month was December.
We live in a society now where we're kind of glued to our phone, and unfortunately, we're not paying attention to what's going on with our surroundings.
Mark Alonso owns Ayala Driving School. He says San Antonio's stats for motor vehicle pedestrian accidents are not surprising.
No, not at all.
Behind the wheel, he says drivers can lower the chances of these accidents by staying alert, dropping their speed, and looking out for people crossing outside of intersections.
We do a very poor job of enforcing our jaywalking ordinances.
Even hospitals are noticing this trend. And Jennifer Northway at University Health says there's responsibility for people out there walking too.
We need our eyes and our ears to help us be aware of potential hazards around us.
With a crash that can happen so quick, doctors and drivers say we need to slow down to stay alert, trying to change the statistics for 2024.
And the concern for these crashes is only on the rise with expected weather tonight and into early next week. So if you do have to drive over the next couple of days, the best recommendations from that driving instructor are to slow down and avoid any bridges or overpasses. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. And if you have to get out and drive this week during this winter weather, make sure you know how your car can be impacted. So the colder temps can cause low pressure in your tires. It can also crack belts and hoses in your engine and even kill your battery.
Can cause the fluid inside to thicken, and then of course it's harder for the battery to turn over to run your vehicle.
So to be prepared, AAA says to pay attention to the warning signs of a failing battery. Those include your car not starting immediately and your lights becoming dim. So if possible, keep your car inside the garage when it's not in use and make sure all lights and your wipers are turned off. And if you or someone you know needs a place to warm up as these temps do drop, San Antonio is opening overnight resiliency centers starting tonight at 9 p.m. through 8 a.m. Wednesday. The Garza Community Center, which is located on Mira Vista, and the Southside Lions Center, which is located at Pecan Valley Drive, are just two of the several overnight resiliency centers that will be open. There are also daytime warming centers open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That one is located on Thousand Oaks Library, and another at the Tobin Community Center on West Martin Street. Those are going to be open during the day. So for a full list of these locations, just head to ksat.com. Time now, 6:42, 34 degrees. Those temps continue to drop, like Sarah Spivey mentioned earlier. Just going to get colder throughout the morning, and we may not even get out of freezing temps tomorrow. So MLK March is in your plans. Please be prepared and dress warm. Sarah's going to have the forecast for us when we come back. Sarah, I got some major yardio in yesterday.
Yeah, you were out there even at the KSAT garden, covering all the plants.
Went to my house.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I walked 6.24 miles, setting everything up.
Wow.
Thank you to my husband, who also helped. He's not getting enough credit.
That is impressive. Yeah, we are going to have an extended period of cold here, even below freezing, so it's good that you did that. Let's go ahead and take a look outside with temperatures right now. As we take a look up 281 toward Bulverde, you can see that it's below freezing. Now, there might actually be some very light drizzle up in those areas right now this morning, but because the ground temperature is well above freezing, there's no major impacts from this light freezing drizzle. As for San Antonio, we're still technically just above freezing. It's 30 in Bernie, 27 in Kerrville, 27 in Comfort. We're going to see temperatures briefly dip below freezing here in San Antonio before we see a cold and blustery day. Across the state, it's very cold. 1 degree in Amarillo, 15 in Dallas. The front has yet to move through Corpus Christi. It's 20 at Fort Stockton, but the real cold is from the wind. Wind chills. Wind is making it feel like it's 10 below in Amarillo, making it feel like it's 0 in Dallas. It feels like it's 24 here in San Antonio with those winds. And then take a look to the north. Feels like it's 42 below 0 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 36 below in Omaha. Very cold Arctic air mass. As we take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, we're going to have a cloudy, blustery day. It's going to be 34 at noon, but feel like it's 25 with winds from the northeast at 15 miles per hour. Then as we head into the afternoon, 36 for the high today. Very cold with those winds gusting from the northeast up to 20 miles per hour, making it feel like it's 28. And then later on tonight, we will see some patchy freezing drizzle and some patchy light freezing rain develop in the evening hours. Now, here's a look at the futurecast, and you can see that that's going to be the case overnight tonight into Monday. This is Monday, 4 o'clock in the morning. Some patchy freezing drizzle and freezing light rain for all of the San Antonio metro area. Into the early morning, we'll see it let up a little bit, but it's still going to be around. So if you are planning on going to the Martin Luther King Jr. March early tomorrow morning, you may have to be careful on those bridges and overpasses, a thin glazing of ice possible. As we head out to the east toward Gonzales and Cuero, right around 9 o'clock, there's still a potential there for an ice glaze from freezing rain. Now that'll all come to an end by about lunch, and it's going to be a very cold Monday. In fact, our highs are going to struggle to get above freezing on Monday. We're forecast to get up to 33 in San Antonio, but areas like Bernie, New Braunfels, Seguin, Gonzales, Kerrville may stay below freezing all day long, so an extended period of time up to 48 hours below freezing for some of these areas in the Hill Country and along that I-35 corridor. It'll get up to about 45 degrees in Del Rio, so you can see a little bit warmer out to the west. So as far as icy impacts, they would be minor. We're not looking at trees snapping. We're not looking at issues with power lines or anything like that. This would all be minor. In the light pink area, you can see anywhere from Rock Springs down to Uvalde, points to the east, down toward Pleasanton, Floresville, Gonzales, Karnes City, all minor impacts. Bridges and overpasses, elevated surfaces, a light glaze. There would be more moderate ice impacts across Texas, closer to Tyler and out toward Shreveport in Louisiana. That's where we have winter storm warnings in effect, with winter weather advisories a little bit lesser of a category for areas from Dallas to San Antonio out toward Houston. Again, this is just that run-of-the-mill light ice glazing stuff that we get just about every year. This is in effect until from 6 p.m. tonight till noon on Monday. One thing that we don't always get, though, is wind chill advisories. And we have a wind chill advisory in effect for San Antonio and for the Hill Country because on Tuesday morning, temperatures are going to be in the low 20s and teens, but with winds still strong, it's going to feel like it's in the single digits. Take a look at your screen. Look at those wind chill values, feeling like it's below zero in the Hill Country. So very cold over the next several days. Hope you've done all your freeze preps. We'll get down to 25 overnight tonight. Light glaze of ice expected to start the holiday tomorrow, high of only 33. Tuesday morning down to 21, high just above freezing on Tuesday with a little bit of sun. Even colder Wednesday morning, but we won't have to deal with the wind really on Wednesday morning. 19 degrees, finally well above freezing on Wednesday afternoon. Right around 45 degrees. We'll be back into the 60s on Thursday before we see another cold shot of air Friday into Saturday. We'll have another lighter freeze Saturday morning. So that 47 on Saturday looking great in comparison to what we're going to be dealing with the next few days.
I'll be out there live reporting for the MLK March.
Oh my goodness, bundle up, Sarah.
Yes, so our photojournalist Azian is going to be working with me. He sent me a message. He's like, I'm getting hand warmers.
Good.
I'm getting these back warmers.
Got gloves?
Oh, I went and got new gloves
Nice.
yesterday. I'm going to have all kinds of dramatic layers.
I can't wait to see that.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, it's 6:51 and 33 degrees. A classic fruit gum. Oh man, no longer being made. And Doritos has announced new flavors ahead of the Super Bowl. We'll tell you after the break. Let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 7, 7, 5, Fireball 4, Daily 4, 9, 8, 3, 1, Fireball 8, Cash 5, 5, 10, 24, 34, 35, Texas Lotto 3, 8, 15, 31, 43, 54, Powerball 13, 31, 33, 51, 58, Powerball 15, Power Play 2. Super Bowl a month away, and game time means snack time. So Doritos is out with 4 new chip flavors. Let's check them out. So hot honey mustard, smoky chili queso, and tangy fiery lime. There's also the Flamin' Hot Queso Dynamita flavor, which takes the classic rolled chip form of the original chili limon flavor. The new Dynamita flavors will be featured in a Doritos ad during the Super Bowl on February 11th. You can find them now at snacks.com, that's a thing, okay, and at major retailers. And if you remember eating this fruit stripe gum as a kid, I definitely do. It's been discontinued. The candy aisle mainstay has been around for more than half of a century. Fruit stripe gum maker Ferretta Candy says fans of the product may still be able to find at certain retailers where it remains in stock. That was always my choice. My mom was like, you can get some gum, fruit stripe. That's what I always wanted. All right, 6:55, 33 degrees. We'll be right back.
All right, temperatures have dipped to freezing in San Antonio. It's even colder in the Hill Country. Temperatures should fall another degree or two. We'll only see a high right around 36 today. But you factor in the winds, that 32 feels like it is 22 outside. It feels like it's 15 in Rock Springs and 19 in New Braunfels. Cold air continuing to funnel in. Even though we're going to get above freezing today, we're quickly going to dip below freezing. And then tonight we will see areas of freezing drizzle, freezing light rain. That will result in a light icy glaze, especially on bridges and overpasses. So I don't anticipate widespread damage to trees or anything like that. Just minor inconvenience there on those bridges and overpasses. So please be careful if you're heading out early to the march. Speaking of the march, it'll be 25 in the morning with wind chills in the teens tomorrow. 33 for the high, barely above freezing. A hard freeze Tuesday morning down to 21, and then a hard freeze Wednesday down to 19 degrees. Keep in mind, wind chills are going to make it feel like it's colder over the next several days. Finally, back above freezing significantly on Wednesday, and the 60s on Thursday. Cold again by the weekend.
You know what sounds good?
What?
Chili for the game. Go Cowboys later this afternoon. Stay.
We are cold. It's 32 degrees. It's freezing in San Antonio. That front has moved through. It feels like it's 22 outside with winds from the northeast. Now, as we head throughout the day, we're going to get up to 36, but wind chills will be in the 20s all day. I expect an icy glaze on bridges and overpasses overnight tonight from freezing drizzle, freezing rain, a high of only 33 tomorrow. Low impact, but be careful on those icy bridges and overpasses. Wind chills less than 10 Tuesday morning. Good morning. I'm KSAT meteorologist Sarah Spivey. I don't know if you can tell, but the front has moved through. It is 32 degrees in San Antonio. It's freezing in Commerce, 28 in Boerne, 26 in Kerrville. But with the winds from the north, this is a look at the wind chill. It feels like it's 19 in Bulverde, 19 in New Braunfels, 16 in Kerrville. It feels like it's 18 in Los Maples. Temperatures likely going to briefly get above freezing today for San Antonio. We'll be up to 36 degrees, but it's going to be cloudy and breezy all day. Wind chills in the 20s. And then overnight tonight, there will be an icy glaze forming from freezing drizzle, pretty much only impacting bridges and overpasses to start the day tomorrow. So not a major ice storm by any means, but still something that you should take seriously. A high of only 33. The wind chill will be in the teens tomorrow morning. Tuesday starts off at 21, but with the wind still, it's going to feel like it's less than 10 degrees on Tuesday morning. High of 35, another cold start. Wintery today, temperatures already below freezing in San Antonio. We'll get up to about 36 today, but wind chills will make it feel like it's in the 20s. And then later tonight, patchy freezing drizzle will result in a few slick spots on bridges and overpasses tomorrow morning.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Happening now, the main lanes of Loop 1604 and I-10, as well as the interchange on the northwest side, closed for the weekend due to ongoing construction. The closure includes I-10 from UTSA Boulevard to La Cantera Parkway and Loop 1604 from Vance Jackson to La Cantera Parkway. TxDOT says the closure will end at tomorrow at 5 in the morning. We also have this map posted for you on KSAT.com. Sarah, it's 31 degrees this morning, and as she's been talking all morning, the temperatures just continue to drop as the morning progresses, and it's going to be even colder Monday morning for that MLK March, possibly not even getting out of freezing temps. Sarah Spivey, good morning. It is Sunday, January 14th at 8 a.m. Thank you so much for joining us, Sarah.
Good morning.
It's cold.
Yeah, very cold. And I know we were talking about that closure, I-10, 1604. I had to drive through it. It took me about 25 minutes to get through it. So if you need to plan driving through those areas,
plan
that's
about
how long.
half an hour
Yeah,
extra.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But back to the cold, you know, man, that front moved through and you can feel it outside. Take a look at temperatures across our viewing area. It's 30 degrees in San Antonio. Temperatures have continued to fall below freezing in San Antonio. 24 in Kerrville, 29 in New Braunfels, not yet below freezing in Pleasanton and in Hondo, but it'll happen. And then the wind chill this morning, it feels like 20 degrees. It feels like 13 in Kerrville and 16 in New Braunfels. Feels like 9 degrees in Junction. And it's not just cold here. Of course, it's cold across the entire state of Texas. Only 2 degrees in Amarillo, only 14 in Dallas, only 11 in Midland, Odessa. Very cold air, all because of this front, which has yet to move through the Rio Grande Valley. Still 57 degrees down in Brownsville. Now today we're going to get up to 36 degrees, but wind chill all day long in the 20s. We'll have an icy glaze overnight tonight forming from freezing drizzle, freezing light rain. This is not going to be a very high impact event. I do not anticipate any snapping of tree branches or power outages like our last event, but instead what will happen is a light glazing of ice along elevated surfaces like bridges and overpasses. We'll start tomorrow morning at 25 with wind chills in the teens, struggling to get out of freezing, above freezing on the holiday itself. Even colder Tuesday morning at 21 with wind chills potentially in the single digits. 35 with some sun on Tuesday, and then a final hard freeze on Wednesday morning down near 19. There is a lot to talk about in the forecast, obviously. I'm going to show you which areas have the best chance for that icy glaze overnight tonight into tomorrow, and we'll show you a neighborhood view of how cold wind chills will be on Tuesday morning. Lot to talk about. Forecast coming up.
Sarah, thank you. And how clear the roads are later tonight and into tomorrow is likely one of your top concerns. But officials are warning about the dangers of another type of accident. Our Avery Every looked into the increasing number of motor vehicle pedestrian crashes across San Antonio and what specialists are saying we can all do to change those stats.
A common sight in every corner of San Antonio. People crossing, even in places they're not supposed to.
That's when trouble can happen.
And then cars closely passing by.
And that's a shame. And we keep trending upward.
SAPD reports this problem to only be getting worse. We requested the data for these motor vehicle pedestrian accidents for 2022 and 2023. The total accidents in 2022 were 781, and that number jumped to 2023 with 841 total accidents. Now that's a 60 crash increase between the 1 year, and when you break it down month by month, in 2022, the highest month was October for those crashes. And in 2023, the highest month was December.
We live in a society now where we're kind of glued to our phone, and unfortunately, we're not paying attention to what's going on with our surroundings.
Mark Alonso owns Ayala Driving School. He says San Antonio's stats for motor vehicle pedestrian accidents are not surprising.
No, not at all.
Behind the wheel, he says drivers can lower the chances of these accidents by staying alert, dropping their speed, and looking out for people crossing outside of intersections.
We do a very poor job of enforcing our jaywalking ordinances.
Even hospitals are noticing this trend. And Jennifer Northway at University Health says there's responsibility for people out there walking too.
We need our eyes and our ears to help us be aware of potential hazards around us.
With a crash that can happen so quick, doctors and drivers say we need to slow down to stay alert, trying to change the statistics for 2024.
And the concern for these crashes is only on the rise with expected weather tonight and into early next week. So if you do have to drive over the next couple of days, the best recommendations from that driving instructor are to slow down and avoid any bridges or overpasses. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Avery, thank you. And you have to get out and drive this week during the winter weather. Make sure you know how your car can be impacted. The colder temperatures can cause low pressure in your tires. It can also crack belts and hoses in your engine and even kill your battery.
And cause the fluid inside to thicken, and then of course it's harder for the battery to turn over to run your vehicle.
To be prepared, AAA says to pay attention to the warning signs of a failing battery. Those include your car not starting immediately and your car lights becoming dim. If possible, keep your car inside when the garage is not in use, unless it's filled with potted plants like mine is right now, and make sure all lights and your wipers are turned off. And TxDOT and Bexar County Public Works are preparing just in case the roads get icy. TxDOT is working today to help defrost any icy roads. Bexar County Public Works says it's also tracking the weather. A spokesperson for the county tells us trucks and equipment are prepared to pre-treat bridges and other structures for ice in the county. So let's take a live look now to see how the major roads are doing. Most likely not seeing any ice out there, like Sarah Spivey said, right now. And what you're looking at, I believe, is the 281-1604 intersection there. Now, that 281 flyover is known to cause trouble when we do get ice on the roads. I know the last year I was out there covering it with Storm Chaser when TxDOT did close down 281. That flyover over 1604 tends to be a trouble area. Any elevated surfaces honestly tend to be the trouble areas when we do get any kind of icy precipitation. And that's why TxDOT is preparing the roads. We don't see them out there right now, but they're going to be out there throughout the day getting that brine on those elevated surfaces just in case we're going to need it tomorrow, like Sarah Spivey has talked about. It's really the elevated surfaces that she says might have that slick ice on the road, so they're preparing them right now. If we see any trucks out there, we'll bring you live coverage. Remember, please stay safe out there. And something we will be keeping an eye on, of course, like we mentioned, is our bridges. As our weather team has been saying, any ice would be light, but if slick spots develop, it's best you know what to do. So AAA recommends avoiding bridges and overpasses if possible, as these areas tend to ice quicker than other parts of the highway, and sometimes ice can be hard to see until it's too late.
If you do hit a slick spot, don't freak out, don't slam on the brakes. Just try to steer and look in the direction you want your vehicle to go.
AAA also recommends having an emergency roadside kit in case you do crash on that ice. Sometimes that kit can include extra gloves, extra layers in case you need to be outside, waiting in the elements for help. It's also recommended to have a flashlight and batteries in case it's dark out, and to have jumper cables if your car needs help restarting. CPS Energy says they are ready as well. The company releasing this statement saying, quote, CPS Energy is prepared for winter weather. Facilities are weatherized and crews are on standby. CPS Energy has submitted the required declaration of preparedness for winter weatherization to ERCOT. Weatherization activities are complete to protect critical equipment from freezing temperatures, end quote. But that doesn't mean the airports are always ready. The extreme weather across the country and continued grounding of the Boeing 737 MAX are creating havoc on air travel in the U.S. So there are almost 7,000 delays and 1,400 canceled flights throughout the U.S. That was yesterday because of winter weather. As a winter storm continues to impact large portions of the U.S., the number of cancellations will likely increase in the next coming days. So let's go ahead and take a look at FlightAware's misery map. You can see on the screen a lot of those cancellations right now, really on the northeast side of the country, but also impacting other parts, including Texas right there. There's cancellations in New York, D.C., Chicago, Atlanta, and Miami are the biggest hubs with those delays and canceled flights. 311 delays right now and 80 cancellations happening now. So if you are flying out today, make sure you check your flight status before heading to the airport. We've been talking about the biggest story. It's cold. So if you need a warm place to stay during the freeze, the city and county, they're opening up warming centers along with overnight resiliency centers, via offering free rides to these city warming locations. Just look for this article on KSAT.com for a list of locations, bus information, and what you need to bring to these warming centers. Oh my gosh, the temperature continues to drop. We are at 30 degrees right now in San Antonio at 8:11.
It's really the thing we always say, and I say it all the time, predictable is preventable.
San Antonio firefighters say they see an increase in fire hazards during extreme cold weather. After the break, we'll take a look at what they're recommending to some residents. 30 degrees at 8:11. Sarah Spivey says we're going to be in freezing temps for the next couple of hours this morning. Tomorrow, probably not even getting out of those freezing temps. What you need to know about this Arctic blast, she'll break it down for us when we come back. As many of us will be trying to keep warm during this freeze, the San Antonio Fire Department has some reminders when using a space heater. Plug it directly into the wall, not into a surge protector or strip, and keep it away from objects like blankets, carpets, curtains. Also, never leave it unattended. Turn it off, especially if you're walking away from it, and don't leave it on while you're sleeping. Never use a stove or oven to keep warm your house. SAPD says that can create carbon monoxide poisoning.
Key thing is it's going to be cold, it's going to be miserable, but we just got to stay warm and stay safe.
Last thing to keep in mind, if you end up needing a generator, keep it away from the house, never in the garage or near your HVAC system. And Animal Care Services want pets to be safe and warm inside your home if possible. If you see a pet outside during the freeze, you are asked to call 311 or report it to Animal Care Services website. That link is on your screen. You can also call SAPD's non-emergency line. ACS says animal care officers will be patrolling to check for weather-related violations. There is a zero-tolerance policy for animals left outside during this time. They also want to remind those driving to check near your hood or tires for animals trying to keep warm. Again, ACS asks that you report any animals being left outside during this freeze. And if you have feral cats like I do that refuse to come inside, make them a shelter.
Yeah, you made them a good shelter.
My husband and I spent a long time insulating a kennel and then putting a cooler inside that insulated
they're grateful for that.
Oh, they were in it all night.
Yeah, and I think the important thing to remember, Sarah, is even though we had that devastating winter freeze of 2021, and even though we had a bit of an ice storm last year with tree branches breaking, this stretch of cold is going to pretty much be a walk in the park.
Right.
Compared.
So really no need to panic. And I think when we air all these stories, people get a little like PTSD from that 2021 storm. I saw panic buying yesterday at HEB. And so really there's no need for that.
Well, yes, exactly. I think, though, I will take some time here to explain what we expect. We expect a little of light ice overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, mainly in the form of freezing rain and freezing drizzle. It's 30 degrees in San Antonio, 29 in New Braunfels, 27 in Boerne, 27 in Bandera, 24 in Kerrville, and 27 in Canyon Lake. Brutally cold across the state of Texas. Even for our standards, it's very, very cold. 2 degrees in Amarillo, 14 in Dallas, 8 in Lubbock, and 11 in Abilene. But the wind chill makes it feel like it's 12 below in Amarillo and 2 below in Abilene. 3 below is the wind chill right now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It feels like it's 20 degrees in San Antonio, which is plenty cold. But take a look in the northern tier of the United States. That cold Arctic air, that's where the core is. It feels like it's 44 below in Bismarck right now. Absolutely cold, 39 below in Omaha. As for our forecast in San Antonio, it's going to stay cloudy and blustery all day. You may even see a little bit of patchy drizzle here and there, but that's not really expected to have an impact until later on tonight. It'll be 34 around noon with a wind chill of 25. Winds from the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. 36 for the high today. That's it, with wind chills still in the 20s. And then, as I mentioned, later on tonight, we will see patchy freezing drizzle develop. It really isn't going to have an impact until the later evening hours, mainly after 8 o'clock. But we will likely see a light glazing of ice along bridges and overpasses. Here's a look at the futurecast. You can see that will occur overnight tonight. This is 4 a.m. all throughout the San Antonio metro area, including the Hill Country, including areas like New Braunfels, Floresville, Pleasanton, Hondo, Nixon, Smiley. All of those areas seeing a light glazing of ice on elevated surfaces. Even into the early morning hours tomorrow, that is possible. So keep in mind that tomorrow morning there will be spots of ice out there on those bridges and overpasses. By about noon, our chance for any precipitation is out of here, and it'll continue to be a cold day. Temperatures are going to struggle to get above freezing in San Antonio. In fact, there's a good possibility that we could spend 48 hours at or below freezing around San Antonio, even longer up in the Hill Country. Again, it's going to be a chilly day tomorrow, barely above freezing, a little bit warmer out to the west, where they will have peaks of sunshine. Speaking of the west, very little chance, little to no chance for any kind of icy impacts. Even around San Antonio and the Hill Country, those icy impacts are going to be minor, meaning the bridges and overpasses, elevated surfaces, likely the only surfaces that are going to be seeing that thin ice, but that can still be dangerous. So please use caution if you absolutely have to drive tomorrow. The main area of ice will be focused from Tyler to Shreveport into Louisiana and parts of Mississippi. That's where there will be moderate icy impacts. That's where there's a winter storm warning. Meanwhile, winter weather advisory for much of Texas, especially that I-35 and I-10 corridor, including here in San Antonio, that's in place for that potential for that light glazing of ice. What's not so usual is for us to get wind chill advisories, wind chill warnings. There's a wind chill advisory in place for much of all of San Antonio, much of our viewing area. And this is because by Tuesday morning, when temperatures are very cold, this is a look at morning lows on Tuesday. 21 is the forecast morning low in San Antonio. In the teens in the Hill Country, We're still going to have a stout wind from the north on Tuesday, which means wind chill values. This is a look at the potential wind chill values. 4 degrees is what it could feel like in San Antonio. It could feel like it's well below 0 up in the hill country. If you are sending your kids to school, if they have to wait for the bus, make sure they are bundled up on Tuesday morning. We'll only get to about 35 on Tuesday, another hard freeze on Wednesday, so keep your freeze precautions in place until Wednesday morning. We'll be at 19. Well above freezing, but still cool on Wednesday, 64 on Thursday. Another front arrives, but this one will not be as strong for the weekend. Still chilly weekend, though, in store for us next weekend as well. We are going to be tracking the potential for that light icy glaze all day long. Meteorologist Mia Montgomery will be in a little bit longer. Make sure you have the KSAT weather app on hand just in case we do a live stream or things like that. In fact, I'll do a live stream from the app around 10 o'clock.
I know a lot of people really appreciate those app streams, Sarah, that you do, especially when weather's kind of chaotic and we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a great way to get right to the palm of your hand.
Thank you, Sarah. It's 8:22, 30 degrees outside. Zillow forecasting San Antonio will be one of the coolest housing markets this year. After the break, we'll see what this means for home buyers.
During freezing temperatures, KSAT can't be everywhere. So if you see something, snap and share it to KSAT Connect. Help us tell the story. Might just make it on air. Snap and share with KSAT Connect.
Listen up, home buyers. Zillow is predicting that San Antonio will be one of the coolest housing markets in the country this year, with home values and the number of owner-occupied households expecting to go down. So Zillow expects values to decline over 2%, along with Austin and Houston. It's actually a big difference for San Antonio, which ranked 13th on Zillow's list of the hottest projected markets for 2023. HEB is planning to open a store near UTSA's main campus. So the store will be on Babcock Road, right across the street from the resident lot 4 and the Science Research Labs. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation says construction is expected to start this July, with the store opening July next year. That's exciting for the Roadrunners. Do you want some cowboy ice cream to go with the cowboy breakfast? While it's too cold to think about ice cream right now, there's a new HEB ice cream flavor celebrating the 75th annual San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. That's really cool. This week, the rodeo unveiled the limited edition flavor that will consist of HEB's 1905 chocolate ice cream with pecans and chocolate cookie swirls. The Creaming Creations flavor will be sold at select South Texas stores. The rodeo, of course, is coming next month, and tickets are on sale. It's 8:27 and 30 degrees. 2024's Dream Week is underway. After the break, we'll hear from the founder of Dream Week, plus a live look at one of the MLK celebrations happening right now. And the Spurs tried to take the Bulls by the horns last night, but a spur of the moment bucket closed out the game. We'll take a look at Trey Jones' new career record. That's coming up in sports. Good morning. It's 8:30 on Sunday, January 14th. If you're just waking up, make sure your coffee is extra hot this morning because, Sarah, like you said, it's going to just get colder throughout the morning.
Yeah.
We'll warm up in the afternoon, but then Monday's going to be the real
Monday, Sunday night into Monday, tonight into Monday, we are going to be seeing some areas of light mist and drizzle that'll freeze on contact and potentially impact bridges and overpasses. But again, that's a minor inconvenience that you just need to be extra careful for. I do not expect an ice storm that makes our power go out, things like that. So just pretty cold outside. And in fact, it is cold out there right now. Take a look outside with live cam. It is 30 cold degrees in San Antonio, and it's 31 in Converse, 27 in Boerne, 24 in comfort, but the wind chill makes it feel like it is 16 degrees in Boerne, 20 in San Antonio, feels like it's 25 at Stinson and 27 in Rio Medina. Here's a look at this Arctic air timeline. So it's going to be much colder today. We're generally going to be in the 30s and breezy in San Antonio, so wind chills will be in the 20s. As for tonight, you might see some freezing drizzle before tonight, but the impacts will be tonight into tomorrow, where we could have an icy glaze on bridges and overpasses. That'll continue into Monday to start the holiday. Morning light glaze. If you have to go out and about, maybe you're going to the march, know that you'll want to be careful on those bridges and overpasses, and winds will be from the north still, and we'll have wind chills in the teens throughout the morning on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Finally, Tuesday morning, a hard freeze is expected. Wednesday morning, a hard freeze is expected, and I expect single-digit wind chills on Tuesday morning as well. So there is a lot to uncover in the forecast. We're going to be talking about our winter weather advisory, our wind chill advisory, and when we finally will be warming up in San Antonio. Details ahead.
Sarah, thank you. The migrant crisis has drained Eagle Pass's emergency responders. The fire department implemented a new policy where they can only transport people if it's a very critical incident. The fire chief says the hospital there is often overwhelmed. So is the fire department. The city added a 5th ambulance specifically to help migrants. Firefighters are seeing migrants with broken bones, migrants doing CPR on each other, even drownings. The increased calls over the last few months are not only taxing on the department's resources, but on the mental health of the firefighters.
We need to get back to normal. It's the loss to the fire department, the lost revenue, I could care less. I care more about my personnel.
Like many other leaders on the border, the fire chief hopes the federal government comes up with a solution. In your morning headlines, congressional leaders have reached a deal on a short-term funding bill that will prevent a partial government shutdown through March. This marks the 3rd short-term spending deal Congress has reached since September. House Speaker Mike Johnson is expected to brief House Republicans on the measure in a call this evening. Democrats and Republicans have been far apart in budget negotiations, with Republicans seeking significant spending cuts and saying they want action on border security before they will agree to any budget compromise. And the first litmus test of the 2024 presidential election is tomorrow. The latest poll shows former President Donald Trump holding on to a commanding lead over Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. Poll data from CNN shows Trump leading with 48%. Haley is in second place at 20%, and DeSantis trails with 16%. The poll also shows 68% of caucus goers say their minds are already made up on who they support. The Iowa caucus is tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Wild card weekend can get wild. Teams hoping to make it to the next round of the NFL playoff, the Houston Texans, were looking to do just that, hosting the Cleveland Browns yesterday afternoon. After the teams traded touchdowns in the first quarter, Kareem Hunt takes the shovel pass straight up the middle. Our video is paused there. I apologize for that. Well, this is what he does. He takes the defense up the middle and in for the touchdown. CJ Stroud dumped it off to Brevin Jordan, who uses his blockers and turns the Jets for a 76-yard touchdown. The stadium went wild. The Texans would take a 10-point lead into halftime. The impressive defense in the second half, Joe Flacco trying to throw it away, but Steven Nelson picked it off, taking 82 yards home. As the Texans dominate this wild card game, winning at 45-14, the head coach had a special message to his team in the locker room.
We're here. We talk about our moment. We talk about opportunity. Now, the biggest thing is, what do you do with it? Right? And it was all about just going out and just finishing, continuing to execute, continuing to finish. And that's what we did. We knew in the playoffs, games flip at halftime. So if guys stay locked in and stay focused, and that's what we did. That's what I love about our team. Everybody was focused. Everybody was calm. We executed the proper way.
Okay, the Texans will have to wait for who wins tomorrow night's AFC wildcard game between the Steelers and Buffalo Bills to see who they'll play next week. But how about them Cowboys?
I
think something important that we always talk about is we got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So you know what, no matter what gets thrown at us, we got to be prepared. We got to be on our P's and Q's. We got to trust in our scheme. We trust in our training. At the end of the day, there's only one team who wins this thing. And to be on the other side, I haven't felt. I don't know what that's like, but I know it's going to take a lot of work. I know it's going to take dedication through everything I'm doing on the field, off the field, the choices I make, what I put in my body. It's all the little details. That's what's going to get us to that spot.
Let's go, Cowboys. Ferguson and the Cowboys will kick off against the Packers this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Okay, the Spurs on a 2-game winning streak as they headed into their matchup with the Chicago Bulls, including former Spur DeMar DeRozan. Wemby didn't play. He was resting after a stellar game Friday night against the Hornets. So point guard Tre Jones stepped in, knocking down the corner three. He was on fire, scoring a career high 30 points. DeRozan throwing his weight around with pump faking Jeremy Sohan for those 2 of his 20 points. The Bulls had an 18-point lead in the third quarter, but the Spurs, they tied it thanks to Keldon Johnson with a 3. But with less than a minute left, Bulls number 9 knocked down the corner's 3 to seal it, as Chicago would go on to win 122-116. But Tre Jones set a career record.
Shots were open, and I took them and made them. It wasn't anything specific. They're playing off of me a lot, and obviously know that I like to pass and get my teammates involved. So I'm just trying to take my shot when it was there, make them respect it. Shot was feeling good and going in, so that's always a good feeling. But as a team, we play really well, and it sucks not to get that win.
Go Spurs, go! Spurs will be facing Atlanta tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. It's 8:39, 30 degrees. Bundle up if you're heading out for your early morning taco run or going to church this morning, because it is cold. And Sarah Spivey says those freezing temps, well, they're going to be around for most of the morning. And tomorrow, it's going to be pretty much freezing all day. Hey, she's going to break down this Arctic blast forecast for us when we come back.
It's all about creating an environment where every single person is considered a genius.
Shokare Nakpodia was inspired to create Dream Week more than a decade ago after attending San Antonio's annual MLK March.
And we decided to maybe think about a way to extend that feeling of community that the march represents.
Nakpodia says San Antonio has responded so well to Dream Week that every year new events are created.
We call it the largest community curated event of its kind in the nation, possibly the world.
Dream Week events are not just for adults, but also aim to inspire the next generation to find their voice.
We want to make sure that we do not dismiss the possibility of having a new MLK in a 12-year-old child on the South Side. We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to share their voices. If you want to experience something that you would never experience anywhere else, you need to come to Dream Week. If you want to find yourself, find your voice, be part of the community. I mean, really feel alive within a community. Even if it's only for this brief duration you're here to visit, come to Dream Week.
For more information on the hundreds of events happening this year, go to KSAT.com. Mason Hickok, KSAT 12 News.
And the city's MLK Commission says all systems go for the 37th annual MLK March happening tomorrow. Despite those cold temps, members of the commission are watching the weather, of course, but want to make it clear that the MLK Day events, they are happening. It will start tomorrow with the march at 10 a.m. in front of MLK Academy. You can start lining up as early as 9 in the morning. And of course, that march goes all the way down MLK Drive, ending at Pittman Sullivan Park on Iowa Street off of New Braunfels Avenue. I know VIA is going to be doing a lot of park and rides from parking lots near St. Philip's and other locations. We have those also listed on our website at ksat.com.
Yeah, Sarah, not only will it be cold, but we could still have some lingering light freezing mist, light freezing drizzle. So just know that if you are planning on going out to the march, make sure to watch for those bridges and overpasses. That's the biggest impact I expect. Okay, I don't expect breaking trees, those kinds of things. It's not going to be that much ice, but still,
I had a
bridges
text
and
from someone there asking any closures at this point. We haven't heard any word on any closures with the city and schools.
Correct. Oftentimes with the roads, they will close down those bridges and overpasses just to be safe.
Right.
So we'll wait and see there. By Tuesday morning, there's not going to be any ice. Okay. It's just going to be cold. Okay. So unless they close because of the cold, I do not anticipate any closures from ice or anything like that on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, we'll keep everyone posted if something does
Absolutely.
happen, of course.
We will. All right. First, let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures. 30 degrees in San Antonio, but it's in the 20s in New Braunfels, 23 in Kerrville, 21 in Rock Springs. It's 29 out in Gonzales. So the colder air has moved on through. It's yet to move through Laredo and Corpus Christi, but the cold core of air really kind of moving in from the northeast here. You can see that areas east of San Antonio more cold than areas west of San Antonio. And we've got areas of where the wind chill's in the teens this morning because of that stout wind from the northeast. 16 is what it feels like in New Braunfels. It feels like it's 15 in Kerrville. Feels like it's 9 in Fredericksburg. Feels like it's 20 here in San Antonio. Wider view across the state, 8 degrees in Lubbock, 11 in Abilene, 2 degrees in Amarillo, and 14 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth. Of course, the wind chill making it feel even colder than that outside. As for our day here in San Antonio, we're going to be cold all day long. By noon, we're still going to be up freezing. We'll have wind chills in the 20s. By about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're still going to be in the 30s, just slightly above freezing. 36 degrees for the high, wind chills in the upper 20s. We'll have winds from the northeast today, gusting up to 20 miles per hour. You may see some areas of light drizzle during the day today, but it isn't until this evening that we could have some impacts from that freezing drizzle that will develop. Again, impacts will be limited to elevated surfaces. You will probably see a light glazing of ice on things like signs or your grill or your car if it's parked outside. And we'll have to watch out for bridges and overpasses. This is a look overnight, right at about 4 o'clock in the morning, early tomorrow morning. Areas of freezing light rain for all of us around the San Antonio metro area, including Hondo, Bandera, Sisterdale, Kerrville, Canyon Lake, New Braunfels, Seguin, Floresville, Pleasanton, Gonzales, and Nixon Smiley, as well as out toward Hallettsville toward tomorrow morning. We were talking about the march. Right around the time of the march, we are still going to likely have a few spits and drizzles of that freezing light rain. Then by noon, all of that will be out of here, and it's just going to be a cold Monday. We may not get above freezing on Monday, okay? We're forecasting 33 in San Antonio, but areas could stay below freezing just outside of the city center. That means that temperatures would likely be below freezing for 48 hours or more in some of these places. So that's why you had to take those freeze precautions with your pipes and things like that. Going to stay below freezing for quite a while. Different story out west, where tomorrow we'll get up to about 45. Minor icy impacts. Anywhere you see this light pink color, that's where I expect minor icy impacts to bridges, overpasses, elevated surfaces for all of us around the KSAT 12 viewing area, with the exception of folks out toward Del Rio. The more moderate ice impacts will be up near Tyler, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, across parts of Mississippi. That's where there are winter storm warnings, which is one step above a winter weather advisory. We do, however, have a wind chill advisory in effect. Tuesday morning is when you're really going to feel the wind chills the most. We'll be in the low 20s and teens, but wind chill values will be as low as 4 in San Antonio, as low as below 0 in the hill country. That is brutal and dangerous wind chills, even for us. You know, that is, even for up north, a wind chill advisory is a big deal. So keep that in mind. We are going to keep you posted. Barely above freezing tomorrow. Tuesday morning, 21, 35 Tuesday. Wednesday morning, another hard freeze, our last hard freeze in the 7-day forecast here, 45. A brief warm up into the 60s on Thursday, but we cool right back down by the weekend. Our highs will only be 40 in the 40s on Saturday, but that's warm in comparison to what we're going to be dealing with the next couple of days.
Nothing to panic about.
Absolutely. I think just stay warm and be careful if you have to drive over bridges and overpasses.
Thank you, Sarah. It is 8:51, 30 degrees outside. Tomorrow on GMSA, hey, if you're planning on going out to the MLK March, We have one of the largest MLK marches. Organizers say it's the largest in the country. It is kicking off tomorrow at 10 a.m. in front of MLK Academy down to Pittman Sullivan Park. I will be there live all morning, starting at 5 a.m. Every half hour, we're going to be live on social media. We'll let you know about everything you need to know if you plan on heading out to the march tomorrow. Just a quick reminder for those of you that are out on the roads, this is a live look right now at Loop 1604 and Judson Road. And we're taking this look, not saying that anything's happening. We're actually looking for TxDOT trucks because they're started at 8 o'clock this morning, brining the roads, treating them in preparation for possible ice tomorrow morning. Like Sarah Spivey has been saying all morning, not really on the roads, but on elevated structures and bridges. Another reminder, construction closure is happening until 5 a.m. at I-10 to UTSA Boulevard to La Cantera Parkway, Loop 1604 to Vance Jackson at La Cantera Parkway. You can, of course, find all this information on KSAT.com.
Only in the 30s today with wind chills in the 20s. Then late tonight into tomorrow morning, a light icy glaze from freezing drizzle and light freezing rain is going to perhaps cause some nuisance issues on bridges and overpasses. Staying very cold through Wednesday morning. Keep those freeze preps in place.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Stay informed on our KSAT app and go Cal.